Dear students, see last time we solved some of the exercise numericals of lesson number 5, that is magnetism and matter. Okay, now last time we completed up to exercise sum number 5.8. Now we proceed further. Okay. Okay, now see the question says a circular coil, number of turns is 16, radius is 10 centimeter. So area will be pi r square. So you have to convert in MKS unit. Okay. Now it is placed normal to the external magnetic field. Okay, it is placed normal to the external magnetic field of B phi into 10 to minus 2 Tesla. Okay. The coil is free to rotate about the axis is plane perpendicular field direction. When the coil is slightly turned and released, it oscillates from the equilibrium position with a frequency of 2 seconds inwards. Okay, what you have to find out the moment of inertia about axis of rotation. Now see our formula. See here, circular coil is there, number of turns are there, radius is given, area we can find out, radius is given, so we can use area is pi r square. Okay, now from this we can find out magnetic dipole moment, m is equal to I into A. Okay, now see the current value is 0.75. Okay, now m I into A, I into pi r square. I is 0.75, radius, area is, okay, this is magnetic moment or a magnetic dipole moment. Now frequency is given. Now see our formula, T is 2 pi root I upon mb. Okay, what you have to find out? Moment of inertia about axis of rotation. So T square is 4 pi square I upon mb. Now see T is 1 by f. Okay, so 1 upon f square, 4 pi square I upon mb. Okay, see what you have to find out? I. So we make I as the subject of the equation. Okay, I is 4 pi square I f square is equal to mb. I is equal to mb upon 4 pi square f square. Okay, now see all values we are having. Okay, okay, now see the magnetic field is phi. Okay, now 4 pi is 3.14 whole square, frequency is 2 square. Okay, so if we substitute this value, okay, we'll get value is I 1.194 into 10 to minus 4 kg meter. Okay, remember the unit of moment of inertia, we used to use the formula I is equal to sigma mi/ri square or sigma mr square. That is a simple formula. Mass is in kg, distance is in meter, so the unit of moment of inertia is kg meter square. So here number of turns are given, radius is given, area, current is also given as. Okay, so by using the formula for the oscillation of a magnetic dipole in a uniform magnetic field, we can find out the moment of inertia. So that is nothing but see the exercise sum number 5.9. Now we proceed further. Okay, next is exercise number 5.10. See, a magnetic needle is rotated to free in a vertical plane normal to the magnetic meridian, has a north pointing 22 degree with the horizontal. See, that is the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field. Okay, This is BB, is B sine phi. Okay, and see the magnetic dip angle is given as pointing downward. That means magnetic dip angle is 22. Phi is 22 degree. Okay, now the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field, that is BH is H is 0.22 Gauss. Okay, we have to find out the magnetic field of the Earth. Okay, now see the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field, BH is B cos phi. Sometimes we can write BE. Okay, so BE is BH upon cos phi. Cos 22 degree. Okay, now see cos 22 degree we are not given. Okay, generally when we use a log table also we have got a table of sine, so we have to remember cos 90 minus theta. Okay, okay, so cos 22 sin 68. So we can have the formula value. Now see the sin 68, if you see from the table, is 0.9292. Okay, so then we get the value is 0.37. Okay, so that is nothing but the value of the magnetic field. Okay, now see next is exercise sum number 5.11. Okay, now see at a certain place and location in Africa, the compass point 12 degree west of the geographic north. Now see our magnetic meridian. Okay, 12 degree west of the north. Now see this is north and south, east and west. See the compass shows 12 degree. Okay, west of the north. Okay, we can show like this. Okay, see the north tip of the magnetic circle placed in a plane magnetic meridian 60 degree with the horizontal. Okay, 60 degree with the horizontal. Okay, so angle phi is 60 degree. Okay, now see the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field is 0.16 Gauss. Okay, now see the magnetic dip angle is an angle made in the magnetic meridian by using which we can find out the Earth's magnetic field. See our formula, horizontal component V cos phi okay. Now BH is given as 0.16 cos 60, value is 1/2. Okay, that is 0.32 Gauss. Now see, remember right now the value is in Gauss, so final answer we keep in Gauss, but see for we have to keep in mind that 1 Gauss is -4 Tesla. So whenever, suppose this is a very simple question, can be asked in the MCQ also. So we have to keep in mind that 1 Gauss is 10 to -4 Tesla. Okay, now this is exercise sum number 5.11. Okay, now next is exercise sum number 5.12. Okay, now see a short bar magnet has a magnetic moment Now see here it is given in Joule per Tesla or Joule Tesla inverse. If you solve this, okay, magnetic moment unit is ampere meter square. You can try yourself. So I am sure that you will get the same result. Okay, but right now it is given in Joule per Tesla. Okay, give the direction of the magnetic field that is produced by the magnet at a distance of 10 centimeter on the axis and equator. Now let us say is a short bar magnet. This line is called the axis, and this line, which is a perpendicular bisector, is called equator. Now the distance is given 10 centimeter or 0.1 meter. Now first you have to find out the value of the magnetic field at point on the axis of the bar magnet. Okay, now we know that, see the equation, B axis is mu 0 upon 4 pi. Okay, now we know that mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 to minus 7 MKS unit. So mu 0 upon 4 pi will be minus 7. Okay, now this we can write. Okay, see the magnetic moment is 0.48. Distance is how much? 0.1. Okay, now if you solve this, okay, you will get 0.96 Tesla, or you can say 0.96 cos. Similarly, at a point on equator, okay, now it is generally half of the value on the axis, so there is to minus 7. M is how much? 0.48. Okay, so that will get as 0.48. Okay, or it is 0.48 Gauss. So this is very simple. M is given and R is given. By using the equation for axis and equator, we can obtain the value of the magnetic field at a point on the axis of the bar magnet and on equator of the bar magnet. So now see next example number, exercise number 5.30. Okay, see the question is, a short bar magnet is in a horizontal plane and axis aligned with the magnetic north-south direction. Okay, magnetic north-south direction. Okay, now let us say, see the bar magnet, see the north of the bar magnet, see it is the magnetic south. Okay, that we have to keep in mind. Okay. The null points are found on the axis of the 14 centimeter from the center of the magnet. Now this is the center of the magnet. See the null point is somewhere here. R, that is given as 14 centimeter. Okay, or 0.14 meter. The Earth's magnetic field is 0.36, where angle of dip is 0. Okay, so where the angle of dip is 0, we know the point is on the equator. Okay, point on the equator. Okay, now see the null point can be on this side or on the this side. Okay, possibility is there. This also 0.14 meter, that is R. Okay, now here the question says the null point is given on the axis. Okay, so in that case, see the magnetic field of the earth should be equal to magnetic field of a bar magnet. See, remember the definition of a null point. See, the point at which two magnetic fields cancel out each other, okay, or the resultant magnetic field is 0 is called a null point. See, right now here the null point is on the axis. So see, the magnetic field of the earth should be equal to magnetic field of the bar magnet. Okay, that is mu 0 upon 4 pi 2m upon r cube. Okay, that value is given as 0.36 cos. Okay, now what is the total magnetic field? See, this is the first part of the question we have seen. What is the total magnetic field on the normal bisector on the same distance? Okay, total magnetic field on the normal bisector. Now see here. This is a normal bisector we call as equator. Okay. What is the total magnetic field at a normal bisector and a distance of 14 centimeter? Okay, at the same distance. But see, we know that for a given, if the distance is equal, see, the magnetic field on the equator is half of that magnetic field on the axis. Why? See, on the equator formula is mu 0 upon 4 pi m upon r cube. See, here it is 2m upon r cube. So this we can write as 1 upon 2 mu 0 upon 4 pi. Now here r is also same. Okay, r also is same. So now mu 0 upon 4 pi 2m upon r cube value is known to us. Okay. Now see, resultant magnetic field. Resultant magnetic field will be sum of these two fields, that is V net or BR. R stands for resultant. Okay, there will be sum of these two fields, that is equator plus axis is 0.18 plus 0.36. Okay, so this is how we can solve. Okay, now here first data is given that the first time the null point is on the axis. Now see, what is the formula for the axis? Mu 0 upon 4 pi 2m upon r cube. See, that is given to 0.36. Now what is the magnetic field at a similar distance on equator? So that will be here obtained as 0.28 cos. Okay, so the net magnetic field will be sum of the two magnetic field, that will be 0.54 cos. Okay, now see our next question. Exercise number 5.40 is related to this only. Same data we have to use. But the question says the bar magnet is turned about to the axis. Okay, the bar magnet is turned by angle of 180. Okay, where the null point will be located. Okay, the bar magnet is rotated first. See, the bar magnet condition was like a position was this N and S we have seen. Okay, null point was on the axis. Now this is the initial position. Okay, now see, the magnet is rotated by angle of 180 degree. Okay, angle is rotated by angle of 180 degree. Okay, so what will happen? See, from this condition, okay, if I rotate by 180 degree, the final position will be like this. Okay, now see, in that case, the null point will be somewhere here. Now see, the earth, see, bar magnetic field line will be this. Okay, now see, the horizontal component of the net magnetic field. See, any point, see, the magnetic field line See the tangent drawn at any point shows the direction of the magnetic field. Now see the Earth magnetic field has to cancel out each other, okay, but we have to find out where the distance will be there. Okay, so the null point will be, see somewhere here. See the bar magnetic field is Bn. See why? Because we know that any point on the bar magnet, the tangent drawn is in the direction of the magnetic field. And see the horizontal component of the Earth's magnetic field, okay, BH. Now see this line, okay, it was somewhere on this line. What we call this line? This line is nothing but equator. See the null point can be here N1 or N2 also. Why? Because suppose I consider magnetic field like this. So what we see here, the null point will be on the equator. Okay, so we can write like this: when bar magnet is rotated by 180 degree, null point on equator. See what we have shown here is N1 and N2. We have to find out the distance. Let us say distance is R. Okay, now okay, earlier it was on axis. Okay, earlier it was on axis of the magnetic field. Okay, what was that value? Is 0.36. Okay, or we compare okay, we compare. See initially R1, let us say R is 18 centimeter, is 0.18 meter, and R2 is R, we have to find out. Okay, now see axis formula, R1 cube, equator is mu0 upon 4 pi R2 cube. Okay, now we try to simplify. See mu0 upon 4 pi is cancelled, m is cancelled, 2 upon R1 cube. Okay, so 2R cube. Okay, now we take cube root. Okay, R2 is equal to R into 2 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, now see how to find out the cube root of 2. See, you can do with the help of a calculator also. Okay, that is been taught to you. Okay, or we can take the log. See, let us say x is equal to 2 raised to 1 by 3. Log x is 1 by 3 log 2. Log 2 is 0.3010, that is known to us. Okay, 0.1003. Okay, now point yes, and x will be okay. By using this, you can find out that is 1.29. Now R is a 14 centimeter. Okay, so we'll get value is 11 point. Okay, so this is how we can solve. This one is very interesting. Yeah, important for the exam point of you also. Now see our next sum, that is exercise sum number 5.50. Now see a short bar magnet has a magnetic moment of Okay, 5.25 into 10 to minus 2 joule per Tesla or joule Tesla inverse is a place axis perpendicular to the Earth's magnetic field. It is placed in a such a way that the axis is perpendicular okay. At what distance on the center of the magnet the resultant magnetic field, resultant magnetic field makes angle of 45 degree first on the normal bisector. See, that is nothing but equator. And second on axis. Okay, now see here there are two magnetic fields. One, the magnetic field of a bar magnet, and second is the Earth's magnetic field. Now these two will make resultant magnetic field, that is say BR. Okay, let okay, now three things we have to keep in mind. BR or B net is the resultant magnetic field, which is make up two components: Earth's magnetic field and magnetic field of the bar magnet. See, the Earth's magnetic field we call BE, the bar magnetic field we call BE. See, we have to find out the position where the resultant magnetic field is on the normal and it makes up angle of 45 degree with the earth field. Okay, now see what will be the situation. Now let us say bar magnet is like this. See, it is aligned like this. Okay, now this is the equator. Now let us say somewhere here is the resultant magnetic field BR, that makes 45 degree. Okay, now see okay, magnetic field of the bar magnet is from N to S. Okay, from N to S. Okay, so this is nothing but okay. Now see the Earth's magnetic field BE. Okay, BR is a net magnetic field. See, the question says that the resultant magnetic field makes angle of 45 degree with the Earth magnetic field. See, this angle is 45. Now here it is very simple to us. Okay, why? Because these two angles will be equal. Now see, if I consider the component, okay, if I consider the component, see, one will be BE BR cos 45 and BR sin 45. Okay, okay. So now the value of the magnetic field is given as Earth's magnetic field .42 Gauss. Okay, so we have to find out distance. Okay, we have to find out the distance. Now see, BR cos 45 is equal to BE. Okay, BR cos 45 is equal to BE. Okay, and BR sin 45 is equal to BR. So here, see, if I consider BR sine 45 and BR cos 45 and BM sine 45. Okay, so BR is equal to BM. Okay, why? Both are equal. Okay, BR equal to. Now see the resultant magnetic field. Okay, resultant magnetic field. See here, the resultant magnetic field is on the equator. Okay, resultant magnetic field will be equator. Okay. Okay, so what we have to use the formula for the magnetic field of on the equator. At any point okay, m upon r cube, okay, should be equal to magnetic field of the earth, that is BE. Okay, now 10 to minus 7, m is 5.25, r cube we have to find out. Okay, and magnetic field of the total magnetic field is 0.42, Gauss is 10 to minus 4. So if I solve, r cube is okay, so this we can solve. Okay, so that will be minus 7 minus 6 9 minus 5. Okay, that we can obtain as 125 into 10 to minus 6. Okay, final answer. So R1, see this is a perfect cube, 5. Okay, that is 5 into 10 to minus 2 meter. That will get us 5 centimeter. Okay, so this is the first answer. Okay, now the second part of the question says that the magnetic field, resultant magnetic field is on the axis. So we have to find out that distance. Okay, and then also the resultant magnetic field make 45 degree with the earth magnetic field. Now see the situation will be like this. Now see this is a bar magnet. Okay, now see somewhere here, let us say distance r from the center, we can say r2. Okay, resultant magnetic field, Br is a resultant magnetic field. Now Bm and Be. Okay, Bm and Be. See angle again is a 45 degree. Okay, so this angle also will be 45. Okay, so Br cos 45 and Br sin 45. Okay, so what we'll see, Be and Br will be equal. Why? Cos 45 and sin 45 is equal. So the Bm will be equal to Be. Okay, that is 0.42 into 10 to minus 4 Tesla. But we know the null point is on the axis. Here okay, so B axis formula is mu0 upon 4 pi. Okay, now let us say distance r2 is r. Okay, distance is okay, now that is given as 0.42 -7 to r cube. Okay, now if you solve for R2 math value by the same method, we'll get 6.2. Okay, this is how we can solve. Now this one is an interesting question. Okay, now this is about exercise sum number 5.5. Now one example which we did not solve earlier by chance was example number 5.5. Okay, that we have to solve again and then we'll conclude. Okay, now see the condition, position of a now see a small magnet diode P. This is the direction of magnetic field. See, consider is a small bar magnet. Shows the direction. Okay, now this produces magnetic field. See, there is another magnetic needle which is placed at a different position. Let us say here Q1, Q2. Okay, then Q3 and Q4, Q5 and Q6. Okay, so what we have to understand this P produces a magnetic field and these are the small magnetic needle placed at different position. Okay, these are the small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. See, what we have to find out? The question says first, which system, in which configuration system is in non-equilibrium. Now see, what is the potential energy of a magnetic dipole in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, what is the formula? Okay, now see, theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1, u is minus mb, that is stable configuration. Okay, theta is equal to pi. This is unstable. Okay, potential energy, and theta is equal to pi by 2. These are the main things you have to keep in mind while solving this. Okay, minus mb will be stable, unstable it will be 0. Okay, first we have to find out in which conditions the system is in non-equilibrium. See, here this is equilibrium, this is also equilibrium, but this is non-equilibrium. Now see, consider the case. Now suppose Q2. Okay, see, this is a magnetic field B, and Q1 this is a dipole moment M. What is the angle here? 90. Theta is 90. Cos 90 is 0. So this is not equilibrium. Now similarly we can consider Q2 also. This is magnetic field of a bar magnet. This is M for Q2. Here also theta is 90 degree. U is minus mb cos 90. Cos 90 is 0, that we have seen. Okay, so here we get the first answer, that for theta is equal to, whenever theta is 90 degree, it will be not in equilibrium. Now see, all other four will be either in equilibrium or non-equilibrium, that we'll see. Okay, now let us say this was for Q1, this was for Q2. See, what I would like to discuss, that first we find out for potential energy for all six. Okay, then we can obtain all answers, but here we can easily write that for Q1 and Q2, okay, it is not in equilibrium. That is P Q1 and P Q2 according to the textbook. Okay, not equilibrium. Now other equilibrium are stable and unstable. Other equilibrium are unstable and unstable. Now Q1 and Q2 are 0, so there is no question of stable and unstable equilibrium. Now let us say Q3. See, the bar magnetic field line will be this. Okay, so at any point the tangent will show the direction of the magnetic field. This is B. Okay, and Q3, dipole moment is in the same direction. Okay, so here what is the angle between M and B? Theta is 0. This is stable equilibrium. Okay, then Q4. Okay, see the magnetic field line. And this is dipole moment of Q4. Both are in the same direction. Here also theta is 0. Okay, so it will be similar to here. Okay. Now let me calculate Q5 also. Like this. This is a magnetic field of a bar magnet Q5. Here we can see for Q5, M and B are in opposite direction. Theta is 180, cos 180 is -1, U is equal to minus MB into -1. This will be unstable. Okay, this will be unstable. Now let me calculate for Q6 also. Okay. Okay, now see, this is the magnetic field of the bar magnet and this is the dipole moment M. See, remember, inside the bar magnet the magnetic field line is from S to N. So this is magnetic field line B and this is M, theta is 0, that is why it is minus MB. So this is also stable. Okay. Okay. Q3. Yes, this is stable. Now Q4. Okay, Q4 lies on the same category. Sorry, somewhere I made mistake. Now see, inside the bar magnet, the magnetic field line will be this. Q4 is in this direction. What is the angle here? Theta is pi, cos pi is -1. Okay, so what we see, M and B are in the same direction, it is in stable equilibrium. M and B are in opposite direction, it is unstable. So from this we can say Q3 and Q4, Q3 and Q6 are stable equilibrium. So second part of the question, PQ3 stable. Then C we can write, okay, PQ4 and PQ5. It's unstable. Okay. Now see, all 6 we have calculated. 1 and 2 angle was theta was 90, so cos 90 is 0, the potential was 0. Now what we see here, Q3 and Q6. See, M and B are in the same direction. Okay, that's why stable equilibrium. Q4 and Q5. Okay, theta is 180, so they are in unstable. Now this, see the last part of the question. Okay, see it was part B here only. And C part question is, which configuration has the lowest potential energy? Which configuration has the lowest potential energy? Now see here, see for Q3, okay, the point is on the equator. See, we can consider this distance R and this distance R equal. Okay, so B is mu 0 upon 4 pi m upon R. U is equal to minus MB equator. Okay, and Q6. Okay, now we see that magnetic field on the equator is double than of the equator, B axis. Okay, that is double. So naturally this value is larger. So that's why, see the in Q6 condition, okay, the potential energy will be maximum. Okay, in PQ6 condition, see our question says which configuration the lowest potential energy will have the lowest. Okay, this is a very important question, though it may not be asked in the form of numerical, but see the number of MCQ can be made from this. Okay, so this is about the example number 5.5, which we did not earlier. Okay, so this how, by this way we have completed, see the theory part, examples and exercise numericals. Thank you.